Go.
All right. I'm gonna have to delete the first 45 seconds of this, but go ahead and kick it off with the intro that you did.
Okay. Hey, everybody. I know that sounded really phony. Anyways, this is Blue in San Francisco, also known as the Bay, and I have he's still my illustrious co-host. His name is Dre. He likes to say Dre from the Bay.
That's right.
Funny story. We recorded a whole podcast last night. My voice was not picked up, so we're back here again recording a whole brand new episode for you.
This time live.
Yes, this time live. We have a lot of technical difficulties, but since we're called Sporting a Smile, we just gonna roll with it.
That is correct. That is absolutely right. Like I tried to do last night, I think I'll do it again tonight. I'm gonna kick it off with a little bit of the Bay Area woes as we have them, particularly with the 49ers. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but that old injury bug just doesn't want to seem to leave us alone. We can't get healthy to save our team. It just seems like one person gets better and turn right around and somebody else is hurt. Bosa out for the season.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it does. I mean, man. Man. But I gotta say, Niners pulled off the win this past weekend without Bosa.
Yeah, that was nerve-wracking, though. I didn't like that. Well, I won't say I didn't like it. They won, so I definitely like that, but the stress upon my nerves.
Yeah. Yours and everybody else's. I mean, I was out here in New York ready to
fly to San Francisco?
Yeah, I was going to go down to 49er headquarters because I know exactly where it's at. Been there a couple of times. I was just going to knock on the door for
That was a humble brag.
Yeah, that's a humble brag. I was going to knock on Coach Shanahan's office door and say, dude, what are you doing? What? But no, we pulled it out. Our boy Eddie De Niro, last second kick.
I think it's Panero.
Yeah, but we call him Eddie Money. Eddie De Niro.
Okay, well, that was a little bit snarky, but I let it go. I let it pass. I'll allow it.
I mean, I thought that was great. That was a big thing.
Like I said last night, it would have been a whole nother podcast. It would have been a whole different. Would nobody be smiling?
No.
So.
Not at all.
I was thankful for that.
Yeah. But yeah, they're doing things this year that they just weren't doing last year, which is closing out close games.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm gonna let you talk because I had some coffee. Okay. But they have a new kicker, so I think that has a lot to do with it.
It has everything to do with it, if you ask me. I mean, I don't know how many games we lost last year by a field goal or less when we could have won it by a field goal. But yeah, I'm really glad that we moved on from Moody. It was time.
It was.
Should have did it last year.
And he's softy. I don't like that. I mean, because I think, especially with like the younger athletes, I mean, at least I know my student athletes, that's one thing you definitely want to teach them is good sportsmanship.
Yep.
But you sit there, you got cut from the team and you're still flapping your gums.
Yeah.
You should have kept that same energy when you was playing for the Niners.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, thank you.
I agree 100%. I did hear earlier today that they picked up somebody to replace Bosa from the Cincinnati Bengals, who happens to be the defensive end of the year last year with 17 and a half sacks.
Mm.
So if we actually did sign him, that is a huge, huge plus for the Niners. Like I said, the guy that we're supposedly picking up, I guess he was the top defensive end last year with 17 and a half sacks. Smoking. That's what I'm talking about. You know, I know Bosa's good, but Bosa didn't have the 17 and a half. Not sure how many Bosa had last year, but
Well, plus
17.
he's injured and he's out for the season, so we
Yeah.
definitely want to keep the momentum going.
Yep, without a doubt. I mean, 17 and a half, that's a sack a game, basically. That's at least one sack per game last year for this guy from Cincinnati. So if we got him, we should not miss a beat.
That's good.
We shouldn't miss a beat. Now for some more woes.
Whoa.
Man, I really hope I had hopes for the Giants.
And like I said, I know I'm cutting you off, but like I said, if we were able to complete the podcast, it would have been a different show because when we were recording last night, I believe the Giants game was on, and at the time that we were recording, they were winning. But anyway, Go ahead. I digress.
Yeah, it's just I looked at the stats today to see what the wild card race looks like. Yeah, we ain't gonna make it. Not enough games left, and not enough help from the other teams that need to lose. They're winning, so yeah, don't look good. But I'm gonna give the Giants all the credit they deserve. They never once gave up this season, and they still haven't. I mean, they still got like 4 games left, I think, and hopefully they can go out winners. You know, at least winning the last games of the season because they're all at home. So you know, yeah, I want to see them at least go out with some reason to hold their heads up high.
I agree.
You know, they did give it a run though. I mean, they at one point during the season, I think they dropped down to like second to last in our division and bounced. Yeah, they bounced back up, and before I knew it, they was back in third place. They were fighting the Padres for that second spot, but yeah, you know, it happens.
Yeah, it does.
It happens. Yeah, I'm still going to support my boys till the end.
Yeah.
And if anybody out there can go check them out, I would advise you to go check out the last series of games that are at home because that's it. After that, season's over for the Giants.
Yeah.
But let's go Giants. Let's go ahead and win what you can and keep on moving. With that, I'm going to turn it over to you, see what you got to talk about.
I don't have anything. I said, no, I'm just playing. What did we do last night? I don't even remember what we talked about last night, so now I have to come up with some new stuff.
Go ahead.
No, I said we talked about the Niners. We talked about the Giants.
Yeah.
I know we talked about high school football, which I guess I'll start with. Is right now it's preseason, so one of the things that we're seeing is a lot of the schools, I guess, are forfeiting the games. I know Lincoln has forfeited because they have, like how you were talking about earlier, the injury bug has befallen them. Mm-hmm. So they've forfeited this Saturday's game. I know the team that played the Washington Eagles
whatever
last week, I don't even know what happened. They forfeited. So I'm assuming it was because of injuries because I don't see anything else like in the news or like in the research that I've done that states otherwise. As of right now, as it looks right now, and I think you corrected me on this, So you can correct me again. I believe when I looked, Balboa was in first place. But you said they're not now?
No. Like you say, it's preseason, so it really don't matter. But
Yeah.
Washington has won 3 games out of, I think, the 4 that they have to play for preseason. So that puts them at number 1. Bal has only played like 2 games. Galileo, from what I saw, didn't play a game at all yet. Burton High School hasn't played a game yet. Mission is like Owen, whatever they are. So preseason wise, Washington is right now the top school to beat. So
I think that's what you say.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see as the season goes. Let's go, Eagles.
Thank God for your not cacawing tonight. Please don't start. So, yeah, that's something to keep your eye on. Moving over to college football, you want to talk about the Bears, and then I'll talk about the SC Trojans?
I ain't really got much to say about the Bears other than the fact they're still playing good ball, although they lost this weekend, got shut out. That's just a character building game. That's a character building game. They've got the first loss of the season under the belt now. Let's keep on moving like we were for the first 3 games when they were 3-0. Now they're 3-1. Just gotta keep on rolling. And they're just gonna keep on rolling. And I can't wait to see what they do this coming weekend. I can't remember who it is that they're playing, but just keep on moving.
Didn't you say Boston?
Oh, that's right. They do play the Boston College Eagles. Oh, there's that word again, Eagles.
Okay.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Yeah. They play the Boston College Eagles, and Boston College usually put together some really good football teams. Their program usually is good. Their football teams are usually pretty good. How they're doing this year, I'm not sure. Didn't look, didn't care. All I know is that they got to face the Bears.
Yeah. So not Bay Area related, but Trojans are everywhere, first of all. Fight on. And it's a school I love to talk about. They won this weekend, but at what cost? Because one of the players on
Michigan State
it looked like he got severely injured. He was down for a long time. The game was paused, kind of reflecting back to, DeMar Hamlin. And he ended up being carted off the field. One good thing that came out of that was they said he was able to fly back with the team, so that is promising. For me, regardless of what team you play on, what sport it is, I hate to see injuries. I hate it.
I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah, I don't really think anyone, unless they're really sick people, are like, oh yes, an injury, but they pulled out the win. Michigan State did put up a really, really good fight, so that was good. It wasn't like the blowout wins, kind of like how they had with the previous game. So it did make it a good game to watch.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, like you were saying, nobody likes to see anybody injured. There are fans out there that wish ill on opposing quarterbacks or an opposing wide receiver or running back, things of that sort. As a former player and former coach, you never want to see that. Never, ever want to see that. But congratulations, USC. Not gonna knock you, but
yes, you should not.
Anyway,
So keeping in the vein of college sports, I know you want to talk about the USF Dons and their soccer team.
Absolutely. 5-1-1. The Dons are doing what hasn't been done, I guess, in quite a while up there at the Hilltop. That's what it's called, the Hilltop. 5 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie.
That's pretty good.
That's real good. That's real good. I'm going to have to research to see which teams they beat and which teams they've lost to. I think they lost to Indiana. Indiana has always been a thorn in the USF Dons side. It's just one of those teams that, we just can't seem to get over the hump to beat them, but that's okay. It's all right. But the Dons are doing well. I hope they continue to do well. Let's go Dons. That's really all I got to say about that. Let's go Dons.
So, keeping with the soccer theme, I believe the Roots and Bay FC played this week, and so both teams tied, right? The Roots tied. It was 1-1, and Bay FC was 1-1.
Yeah.
And I'm learning, since I've been doing this podcast and since we're doing whatever we're doing, I'm now learning more about soccer. I just thought it was like you kick the ball in the net and you score a point. And what really made me learn about soccer was Ted Lasso, which we have to finish watching that series. But so I guess with Bay FC tying, they got like another point.
Yeah.
I think they're at like 58 points or something like that. The Oakham Roots, I think that game was on Saturday and I was watching college football. Probably I was doing something else. So I don't really know what their standings are. I just know that they tied, and like I always say, the Oakham Roots, the games always look like it's a vibe.
Yeah. I wish, I always say this, I wish I was out there to watch some of these games, but I will eventually get out to the Bay Area and, take in some pro sports, some college sports, some high school sports,
Sports, basically.
Yeah, I'm going to get there to check out the teams that we all love and cherish out in the Bay Area,
The ones that we talk about.
I did not check with the Stanford Cardinal. I don't know if they won or lost this week.
They lost.
Okay.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah, I believe they lost.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I know one thing that we were supposed to, I won't say we were supposed to, but I just definitely want to mention because it's happening more and more and more in like sports and like the viewing of the sports.
Yeah.
I know when I grew up in the era that I guess we could say we grew up in, there was like 3 stations, ABC, CBS, and NBC. And all the sports were played on that as to where you didn't have to pay an additional service to watch these sports.
Yeah.
And now, in the last couple of years, they've started airing or streaming sports on these services.
Yeah.
And it's like, how many streaming services can you have? I think between the both of us, and I know between at least me and my daughter, we pretty much, I have enough. But it's always like that one elusive service talking to you, YouTube TV, as to where we don't have it. So we're missing like games, like I think the San Jose Earthquakes was on YouTube TV, which is another, professional soccer team out here. I think they lost this weekend, by the way, but to me, it's disheartening because we should be able to watch these
Bay Area teams, period.
Yes, exactly.
You shouldn't have to pay for them.
Because I'm not going to say the name of the provider that I have, but I have them. And I pay, like, on top of what I pay, which is a lot, I pay what's called a regional sports fee. And why am I paying a regional sports fee if I can't see all the sports in my region?
Right, exactly. I tried to watch an Earthquake match, and it asked for a subscription. No. Yeah. I am not going to subscribe to watch a local team.
So even at that, even if you do the free trial of said YouTube TV, not that I'm hating on, if you ever want to sponsor us or get involved, hey, by all means do it. But so like even if you do the free trial, they're not going to allow you to watch whatever. At least they won't allow you to watch the sporting event live. Yeah. You have to pay the subscription fee. So that's definitely been like a thorn in my side. It was something that we came up against last year.
Yep.
And and still coming up against it this year.
Yeah. I'm just wondering. I really wish we could get some insight from other people on this whole issue of subscription sports, having to pay to watch your favorite team, or whatever the case may be. I just chime in with us. If you've got an opinion on this, let us know. Hit us up on our page. Facebook, Instagram, all of our pages that
LinkedIn, yeah. So we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn. We have a Twitter, but I haven't really been utilizing Twitter yet. I just go to Twitter, kind of like to get sports news and find out about other crazy stuff going on in the country.
Yep, I get it. But yeah, that's a big issue, and it needs to change, in my opinion.
It really does. It really does. I mean, back in, I really sound when I say this, but back in my day, when we did have the on-demand, I can get the boxing matches, and I think even prior to them doing on-demand or pay-per-view, wasn't there, but they were showed on HBO, and then HBO went to pay-per-view, and it just, I guess, as time went on, it just gets worse and worse and worse. But I would still rather, I don't know. I just think it's kind of unfair. And then they're doing the thing of now where, I ain't gonna say nothing. I was gonna go with the password sharing, but I'm just gonna leave it alone in case they try to come after me.
Yeah. FCC might be listening in. Who knows? They might shut us down. We're speaking badly about the subscriptions and pay-per-views. So
well, I mean, like I said, I pay for my Netflix. We have, I ain't gonna say the other one. Pay for Netflix. Got the Hulu, Apple TV. Shout out to Apple. So I have enough, and then at what point does it become enough? Because it's my whole page. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. Moving on.
Let's let that rest. No need in beating a dead horse. So, hey, I did see something today. Valkyries are still in the news, and it ain't for basketball. Valkyries did their own fashion show.
Okay.
With their own designs, with their own merchandise, Valkyries merchandise. And I didn't get a chance to look at all of it, but let me tell you, some of that stuff that they were modeling looked good. I mean, of course, every fashion show you go to, you're gonna see some, I'm not gonna be caught dead in that. those kind of outfits. But a majority of the stuff I did see looked really good. And they had jackets, they had shirts, they had. I don't think I saw any hats. Maybe I did. But they had jackets, shirts, pants, shorts, just a whole variety of things. Some of it was luxurious, kind of a going out kind of gear,
Mm-hmm.
But it was really good. It was really good. They just don't seem to be. They're a different breed of basketball team. Let me tell you, the Valkyries.
Yeah, I definitely think, and we kind of touched upon it last night, where because Kayla Thornton, I guess their franchise player, whatever, she was out for the season. So I think once everyone is healthy and back to playing next season, I think we're really going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I know they will be, and there again is that injury bug all over the Bay Area. I mean, yeah. But yeah, hopefully when she gets back and the girls, the women or the ladies are back at full force all together again, maybe make some off-season changes, maybe pick up some people. I still think we could use another big woman, a center. Not that Bean is not doing a good job. She is, yeah. But to have a nice backup for her would be nice. Somebody that's a presence down below, down low in the key, blocking shots, contesting shots, not allowing people to just kind of roll past. I saw a lot of that this year, but like I said, hopefully in the off season, do some off season trades and pickups, and you never know.
Yep.
You never know. I'm trying to think if there was something else that I wanted to bring up.
Probably.
And it's slipping my mind right now. Yeah, it's completely slipped my mind. Shoot. What about you? You got women in sport you want to talk about?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, go for it. I mean, come on. Oh my God, the size people don't want to hear.
So, I shared this last night when we recorded this beautiful podcast we recorded. And keeping in line with you're talking about the Valkyrie. So, because now that hopefully we'll be able to get back to recording the shows. If not, we'll just do it live. But, we dropped it down from an hour to 30 minutes. So I've moved my women in sports to our social media, but I just really need to highlight and speak about Natalie Nakasi. I probably am butchering her name, but yeah, she's the coach of the Valkyries, as y'all know. If you don't know, now you know. And she got Coach of the Year for the WNBA, her first year as a head coach of the Valkyries or of a WNBA team. But to me, what I find even more awesome or more interesting than that or more amazing than that is she only 5'2".
Yeah.
And, she used to play basketball. She played in college for UCLA.
Yeah.
She played professionally in the WNBA at 5'2" and was a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
And I would have never known that, like I said last night, if we hadn't watched the program that we watched together that was talking about the Valkyries, and then they started talking about her, and they were like, she's 5'2". I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
So I just a shout out to her. I think when I mentioned it on the page, I, went through all the different stats and other different things the Valkyries have achieved this year, which she's achieved in her career. But just major shout out to her.
Absolutely. I agree. She deserves all the accolades she got this season, and I'm hoping that, that respect from the WNBA will continue. I'll put it out here for you to Coach Nakasi from Sporting a Smile podcast. We are very proud of you. Congratulations. And we cannot wait to see what you do with this team next season. With that being said, we're running a little short on time now. If you got some last minute words, go right ahead. You got nothing? No.
I was going to say something, but since I opened the show, I would have figured you would have closed it. But definitely check us out on our Facebook, Sporting a Smile podcast. Our Instagram at Sporting a Smile podcast. What else did I say? LinkedIn, same thing. At some point in time, I will get it together as to where probably on Facebook, I'll put all of our social media addresses up there so y'all can check us out. We definitely love doing this. Definitely love the engagement. We definitely love the engagement. Appreciate y'all listening and downloading. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to my illustrious co-host.
Y'all heard it here first. I'm illustrious. I'm an illustrious co-host. With that, I do want to say thank you guys for listening in, checking in, downloading. Just keep it up. Follow us on all of our pages. If you got some words you want to say, we do have the Facebook page, Sporting a Smile Podcast. You can find us on there. Drop us a line, drop us some comments. Please keep in touch with us and keep listening. And with that being said, I'm going to give y'all my usual last words. In the meantime, keep sporting that smile. We will talk to you next week. Thank you so much.
All right. Good night.
Good night, guys.
All right.
Night.